Hi everybody and welcome back to Route 7 Railway. This is an update for October. I'm a bit slow with this because unfortunately the reality of life sometimes catches up with what you're doing and knocks you off doing your hobby. In this update we're looking at me working a little bit more on the scenery on the layout downstairs, and I've cheated a little bit on this one somewhat in that I've used some Lilliput Lane houses and stuff like that to improve the scenery and trying to get some perspective in the background. I don't want people to shout at me, but I thought I might as well use them instead of throwing them away and make use of them on the downstairs. We're all constantly making use of second-hand stuff in order to improve our layouts, and this is just one of those things. So I hope you'll agree that they've actually turned out quite good, and I hope in this you watch this towards the end. I messed up the filming a little bit, and I show me improving the layout and working on it, on the scenery, but the actual results are towards the end of the video. I didn't film them as good as I should have done, so I've ended up with still pictures. So, but I hope you'll agree that things are coming on. And while I'm on, I've just got on myself a little improvement to my little workbench here. I've got hold of a second-hand small television with a DVD player in it, and it's this little DVD television. Works a treat. I actually got hold of it for 10 quid from a friend, and I thought, why not? So I'm gonna mount it in here so I can watch YouTube and stuff like that, or even a movie while I'm working on stuff on the bench. It's not connected to my entertainment system in the house, but what I've done, because my streaming stick that I got for my television in the train room has worked out so well, I got another one, and it's a Roku Express. I'm not getting anything out of this. I've just bought these myself, and the one in the television room downstairs, I'd actually put it on a video previously to show what I'd done for the improvements in the train room. It was great, and so I've bought another one, only cheap. I think it was a 15 quid, £14. So cheap as chips, and I'll be able to connect it up to the television and have the entertainment that I need while I'm on, if I'm not playing a video. So we'll see how that goes later on. So enjoy the video, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye. Right, I've been doing some more work on this hill, and I've had a go at using these two old Lilliput Lane houses, and because they're a very slightly smaller scale, I think they're maybe more towards like a HO scale. I've tried to use them on this hill to try and force some perspective, and I think it's actually working. The one in the distance looks, and with it being paler, looks more distant, and it looks quite good. I've sculptor moulded around them to fit them into the hill. Created a bit of a hill there that'll have trees on it at some point. What I've got to do now is work out get some access to it. So I'm thinking of maybe putting a small road tunnel into this hill here and bringing a lane along and see how that works. I'm not sure about how to do the top, but we'll see. But at the moment, with the use of sculptor mould and a little bit of poster paint, that's not too bad. And if you go from a distance, it actually does give the feeling of perspective. Quite good. I'm happy with that. Okay, so here's my little tunnel to feed this cottage, and I've roughly glued in some sides just here and here because I'm going to sculptor mould the hill down, and it's just to stop stuff falling through and wasting the sculptor mould. So that's going to be a little embankment down each side here, and obviously all filled in and made to look in good order. I think that's okay. When it's painted up, that'll look fine, and I'm going to put a little lane of some sort here to feed this cottage. I'm not sure about the other side, the other one in the distance there. I think we'll just have to assume that that's the access to that one is the other side of that house. That hill there is going to be, I'm going to have a clump of trees on there, some walling around here just to indicate the borders of this cottage. That'll be just a bit of fun. So that's coming on that. I think that's okay. I'll be painting the inside of the tunnel. I'll try and paint that dark just to make it look like it's all no light in there. So that's okay, I think. That will look quite good. I mean, if you've got that there like that, and all the greenery, that'll eventually be here. That'll look fine, I think. A couple of nice angles there. Yeah, no problem. This is just a little look at the rock after I've done I did grey dry brushing, and now I didn't find it bright enough, so I'm trying white dry brushing, and it's looking quite a lot better. And I'm just moving across onto this side here, and you can see there it hasn't been dry brushed yet, but on this area here the highlights are looking a lot better. So if I just put some on the brush, and we'll just see the effect. It looks a bit white at first, but then the more you just spread it out and brush it, it looks more like rock. Yeah, that's getting rid of all the brown tones as well. It's looking more rock-like with the other colours in. And one thing I like about this is that you don't have to be delicate, it's just the rougher you treat it, the better. And that's gotten more of a rock look about it. I'm pleased with that. Do is I'm not going to do any more on these rocks. I'm going to live with it for a bit and see. And if I live with it for a bit, I'll get used to it. Okay, so a little progress report on the work on this hill. I've used grey and white dry brushing to bring up the highlights. I don't think it's too bad, but I don't think that looks too bad. The top there, I've just laid it in the coffee grounds, that's still drying, and I've actually just done my little tunnel going into the hillside there. Now that is a single track tunnel to take a vehicle, and I don't know where that path's going to go, and it's feeding this cottage. So I don't think that looks too bad. I've painted it black inside to show a bit of dark. I might put a little bit of light in the end of that tunnel. That's all got to be hoovered off. This has been hoovered off, and it may need a second coat of PVA and coffee grounds, or I might just PVA and flock it. I think that might be the case, because that's giving it a nice rough texture. I've just started doing it here. That's all PVA drying, so that's green that area up. So it's coming on. First attempt at doing scenery like this on a scale like this, and it's I'm flying by the seat of my pants really, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I think with the use of more flock, and especially when we get the trees and bushes on it, it's going to look good. So there's going to be trees all along the top over there, and there's going to be some bushes and trees and a wall and fence and stuff like that. So I think that's, and there's going to be trees and bushes down that side there. One, because that's what I wanted, and two, is to hide all the splash marks where they've been painted. So that's going to end up getting covered. And again, there's going to be bushes and trees along this wall here. So, not looking too bad at the moment. I just got this little chap running around at the moment. Because I'm working, I just want to keep something going, but nothing that if I get any paint on it, it's going to cause me too much of a problem. Hello again. Well, what do you think of that? Those Lilliput Lane houses, albeit they look more like they're a HO scale, I think they've turned out all right. And I've got some more of them, only second hand, and I might use them elsewhere on this layout or another layout as background. Because of the size and the scale discrepancy, they do actually say they're a 00 scale, but they're not. They are a bit smaller. More HO, I think, but I think they've turned out great. Hi, very quickly, just an update on the Roku streaming device. I've connected it all up and connected it to the little television. I'll just turn you around and have a look, and there we go. We've got a bit of Evergreen junction on there, doing some graffiti on some brickwork, and it's all working excellently. So now I've only set it up temporary there. I'm going to mount it on the wall so it doesn't take up space on my workbench. But all is really well. So great little upgrade, I think. So see you later. Bye. Hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.